and welcome back to my channel. I'm Ferallair, and we are doing the forbidden playthrough of Disco Elysium. We're doing a fascist honor cop run, and I may have had a whole lot of horrible problems, so it may look like we're starting in the middle of something, but you would be mistaken. We are getting a reality lowdown, so that's pretty boring. I'm gonna try to go through a lot of things quickly if I've been through them before. So I won't skip dialogue in the middle of a sentence, usually, but I'm gonna try to, we're speedrunning this, just a tiny bit of a speedrun. But we haven't missed anything. We are just here getting reality. Oops, there goes gravity.
They call it the blend over of the self. The Pale does not only suspend the laws of physics, but also the laws of psychology. Maybe history even. The human mind becomes over-radiated by past.
Oh, this is why I need to know reality. To turn back time, I gotta know about the Pale.
Who says and who argues?
The logical positivists say, the dialectical materialists argue.
Okay.
It feels terrible. Absolutely terrible. International standards strictly limit civilian travelers to 6 days of Pale exposure per year.
It's more for her. Way more.
You're not a civilian passenger.
No, nameless detective of the Citizens Militia. I am a member of the entreprenetic business class. I'm cleared and trained for 22 days of Pale transit annually.
Someone else you've met may have been exposed as well.
Do lorry
The
drivers...
strange grey-haired woman in her lorry.
Do lorry drivers pass the Pale?
Yes. Carried in the hulls of airships. It's a horrific job. Automation will abolish it soon.
That poor woman must have stories to tell, like you wouldn't imagine.
Are you overradiated?
Up to my gills, officer.
What is entreprenetic?
Entreprenetics is the scientific study of the Pale.
They had not traveled the entire circumference of the Pericarnassian Super E-Solar. It was not merely in the west, it was everywhere, even then, surrounding them.
Did they cross it, the Western Plain?
There are signs of pretermodern crossings. Successful navigation of the Pale relies not just on technical know-how, but intensive psychological preparation. Some of these tactics have been known for thousands of years. Nothing. We remain powerless before the Pale. Hybrid airships, detective. Conventional rotors or jet engines no longer add velocity after the point of reference for motion is suspended, once you've crossed from near Pale to far Pale. In essence, we throw them in and they come out the other end. If we throw them precisely, then they don't.
Gone, like a skipping stone beneath the surface.
The Pale outweighs reality 2 to 1. There is more Pale than there is matter, and the ratio is slipping. What do you think, detective?
It's growing. Everything's gonna end.
Precisely. An intuitive conclusion of that development is that one day the Pale will cover everything. But this sort of talk is mostly left to extremists. Most people, and indeed most private and government sector organizations, entire civilizations and religions even, find handy ways to ignore or downplay that knowledge. I suggest you do the same.
Let's return to reality.
Yes. So is this the first time you're hearing this? Do you really not remember anything?
How can you forget particle physics? Nobody drinks so much they forget particle physics. Lady. This is a little abstract. I sense vague shadows of a past and it's not good.
Then tell me, what do you think of the Pale?
We need total ruthless communism. A powerful anti-communist force. Perhaps too powerful. Still, they had it coming. Oh. He's like, sure.
You really didn't know. This does not spell good for the investigation, detective. If you don't know even this, then...
The investigation is... I'll handle it. I'll handle it. It's under control.
I hope so. I truly do.
Some of that assurance is meant for herself, as much as it's meant for you. She must have a lot on the line here.
You have me. I will assist you in any way I can.
Good. You have not passed out from it. Perhaps I worried for nothing. Are we still on the reality lowdown, or should we do actual police work now?
You needn't have worried. I'm a big boy.
But I did. Anyway.
Damn it, you're a grown man, the lieutenant thinks. Shouldn't have gotten
Really
protective
shouldn't
there.
have. I've been a total douche to you. I've said really racist things. Why would you like me, Kim? You're a weirdo. What a lonely guy that he put up with a racist, drunken douchebag. Just because he's, I don't know, better than the others? The others must be total trash. That's terrible. All right, let's get to work, Lieutenant.
Good luck, detectives.
Searchlight Division. You've sharpened your senses by being on the lookout for missing persons. Now you notice more of what's happening around you. Perhaps, when you're done with this case, you can join the Searchlight Division of the RCM and find every Revacholian that's ever gone missing without a trace. There is undoubtedly a backlog of such cases, because you never know. A missing person could be just around the edge, barely out of sight.
+2 perception, clear-eyed pursuit of truth. Nice. Okay, I got Law Jaw. I've done that one, actually. This is a good one, but thinking about getting rid of an inexplicable feminist agenda, but I don't have anything I need yet. I'm quite happy with what I've got. Loving is what I got. I said, remember that. Okay, let me look at my book. Actually, I want to talk. I definitely want to talk to a measurehead. I want to talk to Everard while I'm over there. Talk to these guys yet?
Tequila sunset. Can't really remember seeing any women after losing my keys.
It's a touchy topic. He hasn't got laid in ages. He really has no idea who this Ruby is, sire.
Didn't I already say? I don't want to be the one who breaks it to you.
You need to face up to it.
Yeah, I have to see the. I still haven't seen the car. Oh, can I ask him about?
Tequila sunset. We are blood. Okay, so now it's a
Okay, I can't talk to them unless I could forge the document. If that's an option. Washboard scrubber fills the land. Ooh. I think I have the tie, don't I? Alright. Maybe. Oh, I just found a bunch of drugs. Damn. Well, that's something. Kim, I just found a bunch of drugs. Let's see. Okay. This will take me too long. Hey, somebody dropped a bunch of change around here.
This is it. The scene of the party. The fire pit. Cigarettes and empty bottles all evidence it. Not as such. I'm talking about what came after. Looks like they were here a while.
Looks like it.
Great time laughing here. This is kind of a theater to them. A circus production by a great clown. This party against the law on the ice like this, it wasn't probably a public it was probably a public danger.
Not as such, no. Let's keep moving, detective.
Somehow, he doesn't want to dwell on it.
I love the fact that I just walked by this car. I'm like, probably not relevant. Oh. Kim, look at this thing I found in the water.
It must be cold and lonely down there. In the icy water. That rebel who jumped the canal and broke the water lock. This is their doing.
Kim.
No. Not so daring at all.
Let's investigate.
I agree. We should...
You get a sudden sinking feeling. Why the doom and gloom? It's just a sunken motor carriage. The motor carriage is properly stuck in the ice. The logo is too deep in the murky water.
The ice hasn't closed around the vehicle yet. My guess is it's been here since last Saturday or Sunday.
The estimate is correct. The incident probably occurred on Sunday evening.
Well, looks like Jacob Urro's journey came to an abrupt end here.
Your mocking tone finds no response, but the motion of the waves.
Yet another case of the engine displacement triumphing over the driver's IQ.
Yes. Clearly, this is a triumph. I'd say the vehicle has been here since last
Yeah, he
Saturday
said
or
that.
Sunday. Let's wait for the low tide and see what's inside.
Great idea. Then we can get the things inside. A joyrider jacket. You feel a strange connection to this joyrider. Maybe he's from some kind of joyriders district and likes blue and white racing livery, like a cop would.
How long will it take?
I don't know. An hour or two, tops?
Okay.
As you sit down in the old, rusty playground, the world around you becomes very silent. The hinges creak under your weight, dangerously so. Nothing but the sound of seagulls high above in the sky, echoing like distant laughter. Ice cracks around the blue motor carriage in the sea.
They're blue.
Yes, it does.
What's your favorite blue thing?
Let me think about it.
Spit flies from your mouth, spraying your
Oh, no.
chest and landing on the ground before you. No sound, though.
Raining heavily here, Chief. Mind keeping it down a bit?
The lieutenant
That's
must
funny.
think it's rather funny. He
Ha ha.
smiles and quickly turns away.
I would like to see you dry in this bloody wind.
With his lips puckered, the lieutenant lets out a beautiful, melodic trill that puts even the insulindic thrush to shame. You hear the sound echo on the large body of water. Clouds race across the spring sky, and suddenly you just feel better about everything. Okay, that's way better than what you did.
True.
The clouds pass in the sky, and the shadow of the swing moves like the hour hand on a timepiece. 30 minutes have passed. Looks like this might take a while. Time to present a good topic for discussion.
Ask him. So your dad was also, Asian? Obviously.
I'm pretty sure I told you already, didn't I? My dad and mom are both half Serlite.
I don't know who my mom or dad was.
Clouds on the horizon grow darker, and the shadow of the swing set keeps climbing. You hear the distant rumble of the city. 30 minutes pass.
All I'm saying is I'm surprised people's skin color varies so drastically. Why would you be surprised by that? If you have to decide with either the strikers or the shipping company, who would you choose? Think I'll ever find my gun? Man, this is taking a long time. You decide with either the strikers or the shipping containers, who would you choose?
Luckily, I am already a member of an independent organization, and therefore do not have to choose between a rock and a hard place.
Your voice echoes on the water, strange and out of place in the environment. 30 more minutes pass.
You make out the marquee now?
Detective, I've been able to make out the mark ever since we arrived. It is a simple and rugged machine, favored by working men, government offices. Yes, 41. What do you think it stands for?
It's as if he knows what it stands for, but wants you to say it. It's pedagogical.
Must be Tommy 41, the morning host of FM 41. Looks like the factory made a mistake and actually called this one Capri 41. Stupid factory. I hate Gasoline District, the precinct. Okay.
Right. Or 41 is the number of a police precinct? Your precinct.
A massive pit opens up in your stomach, and the most terrible feeling comes over you. No. Just nope. Say no to this, Harry.
No.
Yes, your car is in the sea.
No,
Face it,
no.
so we can start dealing with this.
Oh, no.
The lieutenant just shakes his head.
Oh my god.
I'm afraid so, yes. It looks like you drove your police motor carriage into the sea after you jumped across the canal.
They're not gonna take me back after this.
People are more valuable than machines. Training a police officer is even more costly. Of whom? I don't think so. If anything, you were probably drunk.
Probably. Try definitely.
How do we get it out?
Detective, we don't. A rescue operation really isn't viable at this point. I'm afraid it will have to be there like that for many years. That is very unlikely. You'd be lucky to find one undamaged component in there. Well, not cheaper. This motor carriage cost 40,000 real. But in the long run, it's still... Let's face it, this is a substantial loss to your district's budget.
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and doesn't say anything. There is also a fourth thing you've lost. More precious than the gun,
Yeah,
the badge,
girlfriend, whatever.
and the motor carriage combined.
Oh well. Sucks to suck.
Yes, let's go take a look.
Okay. Do 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 do. Hey, I got a nice jacket. I got a cool racing jacket. Would make me even smarter. Oh my god. Look like a weird dick tip. Okay. Let's see. Not that this is better. Fancy alcohol, some stuff, some other stuff. Okay.
A police badge on which you,
At least something good came out.
encased between two durable plastic sheets, is a bluish card with lines of information. You see a photo, a name, a rank, a document number. The man keeps winking at you with his green-grey eyes. The photo is old, no doubt about that. Good choice. A newer photo would look different. 8, maybe 10 years. What do you think? His face is already contorted by the expression. It looks like you had quite the charming face way back then. The lack of alcohol swelling is a bonus. Don't be fooled. The bad times have already begun. The badge in your hand shines as you rotate it.
Harrier, that's long for Harry. So you are Harry. Evrard was half right. It's a wartime name. Revolutionary.
A name like armor.
Okay, I like Harry Dubois.
Pleased to make your acquaintance, Harrier Dubois.
He's not going to call you Harrier. He'll keep calling you officer when he's angry with you, and detective when he's not. The badge in your hands shines as you rotate it.
Lieutenant W. Freighter. The lieutenant is a rank above sergeant and below captain. The title of Freighter is added to your rank when you decline a promotion to a higher rank. There are many reasons one would do this. And sometimes they just prefer the title.
Heavy-duty case-solving machine.
Décomptage is the hierarchical system employed by the Revachol Citizens Militia. The lowest rank is junior officer. Kings like satellite officers and the additional freighter rank I already explained.
The long and short of it is, you're his superior.
You've been putting up with all my bullshit because I'm your superior?
No, I've been putting up with you because despite an unconventional approach, you are doing good police work.
Am I?
It matters more than driving your motor carriage into the sea.
Still, he doesn't trust you completely.
He shouldn't have been so mean. Okay.
Such a small yet precious...
That's just the serial number. Revachol, 4 months ago. A new badge usually comes with a new rank.
The case created a lot of edge you have to take off. The death march really gets us going. A lot can happen in 4 months, especially in winter. The winters are never easy on you. Of that you are sure.
I remember that time! That was a good time. We had a good work-drink balance going. What happened, man? Pump it up!
Yes, it's the designation of your precinct. It's a tough station to work in.
It's no wonder you are like you are, he thinks.
But then again, it's a legendary district.
And you? Is it an honor to work with you? Don't ask him, ask yourself. The badge in your hand shines as you rotate it.
Cool. Okay. What else do I got?
You take the legal documents out of the envelope. A 12 to 40 month construction period. And
I'm no property.
how else are you going to build?
Okay. Look at this really quick.
This trap's not. The reeds bend forlornly toward the sand. The constant, distant song. Louder on this part of the coast. Nearer somehow. And there's that cold again. Nothing but locusts in this trap as well.
Empty as all of them. One
Getting
more of
tired?
these and we're done. No, I'm fine.
Stay at the Whirling in Rags again. Do 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 do. Okay, let's talk to Measurehead now and see about this reality. You're not Measurehead, you're Manana.
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you?
A Weasley visit. Turns out he was one hell of a colonial mug collection.
Yeah, the janitor who gave me the key to his apartment said the guy's a bit of an asshole.
See why we're all busy concentrating on the racist mugs? That's what the ruling class wants, man. With such a funny mug collection, can't be that bad.
I don't know about that. Anyway, like I said before, Bossman said that Weasel's not a friendly boy. So,
Okay. Me and my level 40 fascism at this point. I need to buy some drugs. Okay.
The unpromising race pupil returns.
Figuring out the reality rhizome. Let's talk about turning back time again.
Managed to learn the reality rhizome. And next up is returning to the past.
Ooh.
You don't have it in you. Be grateful for that.
Okay, wait. What exactly am I lacking?
Your need to steer every conversation towards your own persona is a sign of low self-esteem.
You're not wrong there, Measurehead.
Stop boring, Measurehead. He talks about big things and you only talk about yourself.
I'm pretty sure this is the lady who does the Dice Maker's voice too. I love her accent. I wonder where she's from. So it is possible to go back.
Anything is possible. Just not for you.
I internalized your race theory and that was hard.
Yes, for you, I imagine it was. Don't think that I am now obliged to be part of your little growing spurt. It is not going anywhere.
He just needs some convincing before you can talk to him mano a mano.
I need some suggestions. So let me go get some drugs. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. Don't want to die. Talking like a fascist with Measurehead. It's gonna kill me. So I'm getting me some drugs. They're not the flowers left for collage. Yeah, that's good.
The tear machine your bottles clung.
Nice. 80 cents.
A small cabinet on the wall is
Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something. Okay, here. I hope Saint. Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something. Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something.
Okay, thanks for all that blessings of Saint Baptiste. Saint Baptiste has blessed me at the fridge. People, get the hell out of the way. Loitering is illegal. I am the law. You must leave immediately. Because I am the law.
The unpromising race pupil returns.
Okay, let me actually see what I got. I gotta wear some suggestive clothing. Oh god, I love it. Okay. And have anything that's less suggestive? Apparently I do. like on the wrong side of the law. Okay. Anything getting your knickers in a twist here? Measure head. Okay, I gotta figure out. No, it's not my coat. Oh, it's my hat. But I'm a very logical hat that blocks my eyes. It's so logical. Oh, this shirt doesn't work either for me. Let's see. We'll be logical. We'll be boring and logical, I guess. That make my suggestion 6. I can add a point too. Nice. Look at me, all suggestive and all.
The unpromising race pupil returns.
Oh, will I make this, please?
It's obvious you need to steer the conversation to the topic that interests him the most.
Himself?
Something that he'd like to discuss with another man in private.
His penis?
Other than race science, what else do you think he's into?
White chicks?
Light bondage?
Yeah, me and electrochemistry are compatible. This guy seems a little strange.
Tattoos?
Yeah.
Perhaps socialism, seeing that he's working for the Union.
Socialism?
Doubtful. Women, however. He's surrounded himself not only with 1 or 2, but 3 stellar babes. What's more, all these girls seem to be koikos.
What I said.
What's up with that? You have to find out what's his deal with Grad.
Listen, there's something personal I'd like to discuss with you.
Personal?
It's time to address the women of woe. I'm sad. We gotta discuss the women of woe.
What is he talking about, Jean?
You mean the babes? Huh, I see. Perhaps we should talk in private. Come with me.
Gonna have a manly little talk about white chicks. Okay.
What about the lieutenant? What about the case? You don't have time for this. At least not right now. Maybe later.
Let's see. Where are you taking me?
To the deepest caverns beneath La Royaume, where eyeless creatures, ignorant of light and warmth, lurk and slither.
We are gonna talk about his penis.
Don't panic, ham sandwich. That was a joke. We're going to my mother's office.
Your mother's office.
Don't worry, it's not a trap. Everyone can see you go in there together. You'll be fine.
How long is this gonna take?
A median amount of time.
Oh, only a median amount. What about the lieutenant?
You go ahead and have your talk. I need a few things from Fritz anyways. We'll catch up later.
Okay.
Women, racism, turning back time. It couldn't interest him.
What if I don't
less.
do it without you? Yeah, okay, bye. I'll handle it, no biggie.
The lieutenant nods, then puts away his notebook. He's ready to go.
We can talk without the pedomorph. It's me and you this time.
All right.
I am not going anywhere, and neither is my mother's office.
All right, let's do this before anyone changes their mind.
Let's go. I'm ready to talk in private about the women of woe and possibly, or the men of woe, and possibly your penis in your mother's office. Let's go.
This way, processed meat man.
We're gonna miss you, Jean.
The lieutenant nods, ready to spend some time on his own.
He's like, later, losers. Let's go, Measurehead.
He couldn't be happier to get out of this conversation.
Don't worry, babe. This won't take long.
I think I've ever seen the front of him before. That's a weird thought. Alright.
So, women, huh?
The Siamese Superman stretches on the couch like a giant tattooed cat. Is this about to get sexual? You hear his neck pop. Try to look at his tattoos a little. This is your mother's office, eh? Why is it your mother's office? Was his large ass print the large ass print you see? Does he sit here and hang out with his mommy? Who's his mommy? Interesting.
Strange. He seems different in here. Less monolithic, somehow. The room feels soporific in its silence. Dust particles twirling around in the air.
Nod first. Women.
Women.
I don't really like women. I don't think Harry
And? That's what you wanted to talk about? That you don't like women? What is this really about?
What is this? Culture victory. The Kips and the Quajas are showing. Oh my god. It's about her, Revachol.
That is a lie you administer yourself. Like heart medicine. Go without it one day, and your heart will stop. Men only want to reverse time for one reason. They say it's about honor, justice, revenge, regret, redemption, and a plethora of false reasons. But further back, deeper in, it is always love that drives them.
No. Gary seems way too scientific to get involved in some messy love conundrum.
I'm going to do you a kindness, Poopa. I'm going to share a secret with you. Here is the secret. There is no love in the past, only the present. The past is made of static images, distorted memories, demented nostalgia. This, the present, with all its possibilities, innumerable hits and misses, is far superior. It is a living organism.
Maybe, if you inquire more about the present, you'll figure out the secret of returning to the past. What about all the women that surround him? Is the love extended for them as well?
So what's so great about the present?
Look around you. Look at the advancements in the sexual sciences. All the novel techniques, accessories, preservatives, massage oils, lubrication salves, abortion clinics, and the women. Women who shave and are capable of understanding concepts like polyamory and coitus casualis. The Khoikhoi and their promiscuity are at the forefront of all that.
Who cares about sexual partners and their promiscuity when you've got the fate and honor of Revachol on your shoulders? Sounds fun. It's high time you incorporated some of these things into your daily life.
Oh, really? What are these novel techniques you mentioned? I wish they were the goal of mine. Of any same relationship is loyalty, marriage, eternal love. Anything else is just vapid pleasure seeking. Let's see. Oh, yeah. What are these novel techniques you mentioned? I'm gonna get banned for this, aren't I?
You're asking me to share the sacred techniques that I've gathered and internalized on my life journey with you, a stranger?
Yes, please?
Do not think the serenity of my mother's office makes me forget we are biological competitors, albeit unevenly matched.
Am I hitting on Measurehead right now?
You are more likely to get the Coalition to sign over their warships than get these weapons of pleasure and control out of me.
Okay.
This knowledge never passes from a man to another man. Not even from a father to his son. This path is to be taken in absolute solitude.
Let's see. I'm just here for Revachol then.
Continuous denial. Your lack of psychosexual self-awareness does not surprise me.
I hit on you.
Something tragic must have happened to you in the past for you to deny it so vigorously. You have to shed this infantile shell if you ever wish to find a worthy mate.
Everything's revolving around women and sex with this guy. What's that about?
Let's see. What's up with you and the babes?
You are trying to insinuate something. This impotent psychological manipulation does not work on me. Speak up, Poopa.
Aren't you bothered by the potat smell?
No. It turns me on.
Liar.
Interesting. Is it some kind of aphrodisiac then?
I thought you didn't like women of other races.
Your mind is unable to capture the nuances of this particular situation. It exceeds the limits of your emotional intelligence and your genetic imagination. Do not even try.
Kitty, I'm hitting on Measurehead in here. With my brain. Let's see. You're grading blah blah blah. You are greatly underestimating my. Oh, let's not do that. Aren't you afraid of producing a Semino Koiko Chimera?
Poopa. I belong to the SRS. And voluntary offspring production, chimeric or regular, is not an issue for me.
SRS is he fixed?
SRS seems to be missing from your records. Seminese race scientists. Is it some kind of performance enhancement supplement?
Seminese race scientists?
The Semen Retention
Oh,
Society.
Jesus.
It does not surprise me that you know nothing about it. Masturbateurs Anonymous is probably an organization you're more familiar with.
Oh, good lord. Oh, I can't even.
The SRS is a closed group of strong-willed individuals who have dedicated themselves to building up strategic semen reserves. It takes iron will and razor-sharp focus, far beyond your spiritual potential.
An enormous expenditure of willpower to build up strategic semen reserves. You had me at willpower. Let's do it.
Oh yeah, Volition. He loves it.
Life is all about pleasure. Why deny
wait.
it?
You've never actually climaxed during sexual intercourse. That's what that means.
This is an oversimplification. But yes.
You not even get it up though. Sounds exciting. How do I join?
I just told you. It's not meant for an Al-Ghul enthralled mind like yours. Only after years and years of emotional, psychological, and spiritual powerlifting can a man start looking into joining the SRS.
Okay, you're very focused on women and sex.
We are life. Life is sexuality. Sexuality in competition with sexuality. The sexuality of other organisms. The point of any competition is to win.
Win what exactly?
The future.
The future you're not going to create because you're retaining your semen?
In a biological sense, the man whose essence, whose genetic blueprint is passed on to the most hosts, down to the most generations, fulfills his biological purpose to the greatest extent. This is the love victory.
Oh, what about your semen club?
Semen Retention Society. I told you, this is a simplification. Climax is not required for victory. In fact, it is discouraged. A true man retains his essence. It is far more masculine to pass on a blueprint of your mind and your spirit than your flesh. Women give birth to flesh, and men give birth to spirit. Spirit is immortal.
He has a point. While an idea is born potentially immortal, flesh is always doomed to die. Spirit is housed in flesh. No one cares about your fancy ideas if you're getting beaten up behind the bar.
Sex is about cooperation. It doesn't matter how many partners you've had. Well, that's probably true. There is a competitive element to sex, I agree.
Your agreement means nothing to me. You're a man defeated by love. It is plain to see. It is in your face, in your voice, in your heart. Love takes courage. You did not have enough. You had a little. Too little. That is why we are in my mother's office. You have come to me, seeking wisdom in the sexual arts. Do not waste this opportunity on sycophantic personality mirroring.
Ouch.
Oh dear. You hurt my feelies.
It will serve you poorly in the great war of love.
You seem to have a set idea of masculinity. I wonder where it comes from.
This is no time for vague generalities. There is something else on your mind. Ask the question you intended to ask, or face your cowardice.
Time to get personal. He's finally ready to open up to you.
Okay. What made you Measurehead? What made you Measurehead? Measurehead. I can speak. Okay. What made you Measurehead?
The only man worth being called a man, Father Jairzino.
Father Iazinio? Sounds like some kind of mystic. Or a magician.
Is he a mystic?
No. A welder.
How did he make you?
Father Jairzino made me hard, where my mother made me soft. Together, they made me complete.
Okay. Soft and hard, I see.
Father Jairzino was very wise. He realized that if the tender touch of my mother wasn't opposed, I would turn into a complete pussy. So he did what a man must. He became a counterweight of iron. Through scarcity, ascesis, discipline, and respectful distance every father should have for his son.
Is he your biological father?
Yes. I inherited my genetic makeup from Father Jairzino. I am an evolution of him. He is immortalized in my essence, even after his physical body expires.
This is kind of sad. Ascesis, the practice of severe self-discipline, typically for religious reasons.
A lot of seaman talk going around, but no one blowing any loads. This party's winding down, Bratan.
I agree. Why do you call him Father Jairzino then?
Because Father Jairzino is my father, and his name is Jairzino.
Do you have other fathers?
His father taught him respect.
Well, thanks for sharing all this with me.
I am merely offering a small glimpse of functional family dynamics. Something you were clearly deprived of.
I'm sure your dad thinks you're an apex predator, a top dog.
No, he does not. But it doesn't matter. I shouldn't care, and I don't, what he thinks.
Sure.
I am myself, not him. This is how he taught me.
Intellectual independence. Definitely something worth celebrating. But deep down, he does care. Of course he does. He's his son.
You seem comfortable here. Do you like this place?
Yes, I have always liked this place. It is my favorite. When I was a kid, I used to come here and wait for my mother to finish her work. Great times were had here, filling in the great coloring book of the semina and flora and fauna, the carrion flowers and the monotremes, the mangrove forests and the megabats, and the couch. The couch is very comfortable, even though it is very small. There is no couch like this one.
So does your mother work here?
No.
She used to?
Yes.
Did she retire?
She did. Yes. With great honors. The greatest, some say. A true modern ritual. The entire organization attended when she was given the honorary engraved paperweight.
Nice.
It was a tender day.
Probably more than I'll get when I retire.
There should be something here. A memory, a feeling, even if it's just a glimpse. But the depths of your psyche remain silent. You don't have a single memory of your mother.
I can't remember anything about my mother.
I am not surprised. You are like the runt of the litter, abandoned, incapable of nurturing a woman's love. Our mothers are the ones who teach us to receive affection from the opposite sex. A bond you have clearly not experienced. Instead, you have developed this unhealthy obsession with the past. Standing before me, hoping to turn back time. This is not the answer. Reinvent yourself from defeat.
I really must return to the past now, though, Measurehead. The semen talk has been fascinating, but let's travel through time.
Clearly, it is impossible for you to shed your neurotic obsession. This wailing for the past is a task unfit for men. It is better left for widows mourning their husbands, and for mentally ill communists mourning their commune. If you want advice on babes, or the mysteries of life, or even on Revachol, look forward. To escape your defeated state, you need to move forward, on to future victories.
But isn't he a traditionalist? Why does he keep talking about future?
Wait, I thought you were a traditionalist.
I am not a traditionalist. Life on this planet does not move backwards. The ivy moves forwards, covering the whole door. The flowers grow outwards, covering the whole meadow. Nothing grows against time and space. Only along its ley lines can nature progress.
I need to bring Disco back from the 30s. It's about the suzerain. He's counting on me. I'm so convinced the babes are more faithful in the past. They stick with their men. Maybe you're right, but I won't know until I've tried the impossible. It's about the suzerain. He's counting on me. He's stuck with their men.
It seems to me you are in need of a warning. Here it is. It is absolutely possible to return to the past. You just need to take a ticket to Seregli Island, the southernmost of the Seminine Archipelago, also known as Ile de Fantôme, and walk into Pale. Let it dither and rot your mind. Then you can marinate forever in your irreversible defeat, while race enemies laugh at your motionless, gap-mouthed corpse.
Okay, darling?
No. This does not sound inviting. Where would you even get a ticket? You can't just pack your bags and leave. Finally, a chance to connect with the divine. It gets very cold in the office, like in a desert after the nightfall.
Cool, where do I get the tickets?
Before you go looking for tickets, I suggest you see what it does to a man. The rule is a cruel master, but it is not Pale. Pale takes your mind and rejects the flesh. It is capricious and terrifying, like a virgin. You will lose your courage before her face. Go have a look. The white-haired protein mass at the intersection. A lorry driver. Impossible to miss her if you're even a half-decent cop. An empty vessel the mind has deserted. A husk no longer inhabited by the consciousness. Biological waste.
This goes far beyond your conceptual reach. Beyond the conceptual reach of anyone, really. A chill races down your spine.
I've talked to her already.
Go talk with her again. Ask her about Pale. See what a relentless obsession with the past does to a man.
Alright, I'll go check her out then.
Yes, our little meeting has finished. It's time to leave my mother's office and return to our jobs. I hope this has been illuminating to you. And remember, what happens in my mom's office stays in my mom's office. Quiet contemplation ends, biological rivalry resumes.
Doesn't he have like the son of the suzerain on his chest there? Fascinating. Oh, here's Kim. He's like, are you done talking about racist stuff? We were talking about penises, like I thought. You would have liked it, Kim.
Finally! I thought I have to come looking for you. What took you so long?
Just men being men, Kim, you wouldn't understand.
Renee,
What about Renee?
you are really starting to remind me of him. It's not a compliment. I don't like it. Alright, let's go. It's getting cold.
Okay. Okay. Do do do. Do 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 do. I definitely need to get my gun before I talk to Ruby. I'm gonna talk to this lady. That was the weirdest conversation I've ever had in my life. We talked about semen retention and okay.
The woman is still hunched over the railing, her head swaying to the music.
Huh? What is it? What do you want?
I think I know what's going on with you.
And what is that?
You transport goods through the Pale.
Great. He asked the Pines rep about the Pale, and now he's talking to everyone about it.
That and semen.
Fine then. Just try not to black out again, and don't contemplate. We don't have time for that.
This is about turning back time, Kim.
We're still on this ridiculous side task, I see. Ma'am, my partner wanted to know if you work in Pale transport.
No offense. But your partner seems like a bit of an idiot.
Possibly.
Republica, a filterless cigarette from Misk.
Neither is Pale transportation. Life is transitory.
I blacked out from sheer heartbreak and lost all memory of the world.
Like Gabriel Buenguerro in Segúreme, Paraíso. You're the opposite of me, then. I remember everything. Even the things I never knew.
Things you never knew, so you have turned back time.
The smell of liquor on Gabriel's lips after the shoot. In the motor park. The roses on the day of Franco Negro's coronation. On the grand stairs of Ryle. The smoke from the Fowling piece when Dolores Day was shot.
Yes, yes. This is what you've been searching for.
The look on her face, like an orgasm. The wound in her chest. My hand in my father's hand. Except I never had a father. And I never shot her innocent Dolores Day.
It sounds wonderful.
Thought insertion? Dithering? The Grad Cadula Magistral? There is a kind of wonder there. A sad wonder. But at first I had to make a living. Now, when you've seen it all go away like that, rolling off like the sea, and then come back to this, what are we doing here? For thousands of years, Gabriel. It doesn't have to be like this. We can just give up. We can just become a vapor. Like looking into the ocean at night. In the dark. You cannot see it, but you know it's there. And it's big, bigger than anything. Bigger than all the other things combined.
What does it feel like?
Nothing. Until it starts. When you are deep enough. Then, for me, it's like autumn.
Nostalgia. Cooped up in the cabin, shaking. Terrible nostalgia. For yourself. For humans. It's too much to bear. She loves it.
How do you pass through it?
In the belly of an airship, behind the steel windows. No, the same one, a roller. They all are nowadays. Special wheels for connecting to the floor of the hold.
Imagine a time when you had to actually drive through nothingness. That'd be crazy. One last thing. You said you can just become vapor?
Yes.
No elaboration. This is your chance. Ask her. Is it really possible?
Let's see. You said it was possible to turn back time through the pail.
Jerife, what you understand wouldn't fill a pamphlet. You don't need to turn back time. The Pale is already churning with it. As the tide of Pale rises, so does the past. Someday both will cover the whole world. That's it. That's the story.
You're saying the future will be the past. You mean we'll all be drowned in our own past. You're saying one day I'll be able to return to love?
If you wait long enough, it's going to be much more than just love. It's going to be the entire history, vaporized. And that's just fine with me. I don't mind becoming vapor. I like vapor.
You don't like the sound of that, Chief. All the really good stuff is right here.
Why? Why? Okay, we're back. That's good. I feel like I already have what you have in some way. I would rather have what I have than what you have. I think our fascist guy would rather have what she has than what they currently have.
They say there is a point. One that I have not crossed. In the Pale, super deep. If you stray too far, of course, on the U41A, or in Lomonosov's land, where every step you take is one step further from home, no matter the direction. It's a point you cannot come back from. Your mind becomes so radiant with the past, there is a flip. Instead of writing, it erases memory, nearing some kind of indescribable finale. Maybe you've been down the motorway south?
Motorway south.
It's a story as lone horsemen tell. Lone horsemen, Jerife, not Pale drivers. Way beyond the established Pale that's lit by radio frequencies, where it goes silent and dark, and the process begins, erasure, kilometer by kilometer, in any direction. The motorway south is a road you cannot come back from.
What's at the end of the motorway south?
No one knows what's at the end. I've only glimpsed the beginning. I've only felt it in the distance when I was a child. A child rowing on the lake.
Man?
Hosianna.
There is nothing more to do now. She's far away.
You've fried both your brains enough for today, Detective.
Okay.
Now, I'd like to have a word with you about this side task of yours.
I feel like I'm getting really close.
You've been saying that for a while, and yet, we only seem to be getting further from our actual goal. Because the problem isn't time, it's you, Detective. If you're serious about this, really truly serious, then I suggest you take a long, hard look in the mirror and ask yourself what's really going on.
The lieutenant is right. It's the only way forward. Face yourself, Kingsman. Why don't you ever listen to us? We tried to warn you that you wouldn't like what the mirror had to say.
Now, come on. Let's leave this one to her reveries.
Should I go talk to Measurehead one more time? I mean, you discuss penises with a man. You're practically brothers, right?
unpromising race pupil returns.
Okay. You gonna let me look in this box? Thanks, Measurehead. My good friend Measurehead here. We're like brothers. We talked about penises and the future and the past. And chicks.
The dented yellow mailbox greets you with its graffito and bullet holes in the front. But the documents inside the envelope still lack the required signatures.
It's not going to be that easy. We need to dirty our hands with the signatures. I assume that's the goal here.
You take the legal documents out of the envelope, a 12 to 40 month construction period, and the zoning plan in the addendum.
Okay. Motorway south. I feel like I need to say more feminist stuff. This one? What am I at? 34. I'm a level 34 fascist. That's amazing. I'm a very bad cop. I need one more honor point. Damn. Something down there. Oh my god.
The purity of snow always reminds me of the purity.
That's nicer. Can I go up into the room? Do I have to pay for it? Actually, let's do this. Not that. Don't do that. We'll go to our fisherman shack. Fisherman! Go to my room really quick. We'll finish up this future nonsense. Okay. Are we ready for this? Time for some self-realization.
An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see the reflection of your face in it, such as it is. A regular, clean-shaven police officer. It's time. Time to see yourself as you truly are.
Oh,
it's
Jesus.
going to be absolutely devastating, but there's no way to avoid it.
Okay, I gotta get tougher. I need to get tougher. I gotta put on my tough man clothes. Endurance. I don't know if I have any endurance clothes. Electrochemistry. The most logical man you'll ever know. Endurance. It's right here is the most logical you could ever possibly be. Look at that. +5 logic. I have a 7 logic. Look at me, I'm so smart. Okay. Endurance. My endurance is 4. Physique. Okay, I need a drink. I need a stiff drink. What do I have this, I have something that's making my physique go down? No, I'm not. Ugh. I've got some cool... Just have a little drink. Just a little smackaroony. Toughen us up for the trial ahead.
An old mirror hangs on the wall. It's time. Time to see yourself as you truly are. It's going to be absolutely devastating, but There's no way to avoid it.
Oh, it's a red check, though. Oh, my mustache gave me strength. No. Okay, we're gonna let the mirror be for now. You know what? We're just not strong enough. Sorry, Kim. I got drunk for nothing. I should probably put my thermos away. Does this give me anything?
An old mirror hangs. It's time.
Oh.
Time to see yourself.
Okay. It's not time. We will boost up our physical endurance, I think it was. But for now, I think I'm gonna... Okay, we need to boost our endurance up, and then we can really see ourselves where we are. But until then, I'm gonna end the stream. Next time, we're gonna explore the coast. I need to get my gun before I can find Ruby, so... To get my gun, I gotta get them to sign something. So I'll talk to the drunks. Get them to sign. Get my gun. It'll probably take a whole day. And then we'll spend day 5 getting Ruby. And maybe doing nightclub stuff. We'll see how that goes. But until then, that'll be Monday. New bat time. New bat channel. Same old bat channel. It's just the same old bat channel. It's fine. Same old bat channel. But until then, have a good night. Bye.